One more special message to go, and when I'm done, then I can go home. Monnie with HD Podcast, Bold Glamour Filter, Monday. Let's talk about WrestleMania Night 2. Let's go. Let's get it. Stephanie McMahon, you look good, girl. Next slide. So let's talk about the match of the night, in my opinion, and that is the women's match for the triple threat for the Raw Women's World Championship. And I want to say this. There's a reason why these three were booked together. It's the same reason why Roman, Seth, and Punk were booked together. Roman, Seth, and Punk were the longest reigning champions of this era, of this decade. Well, not this decade, but of this era, of the modern era. Io, Bianca, and Rhea were all three picked because significantly, not only do they have history in NXT, but also Io has never lost a triple threat, Bianca never lost a Mania, and Rhea has never lost a world title match at Mania. If you want to talk about the women's the women's match for NXT, they're not counting that one for COVID Mania. They're not counting it. But that is the significance that these three women hold. That's why they were chosen. That's why it's a triple threat. What I do want to say is this match from start to finish was amazing. I wound up changing my pick in the middle of it because it got down to the wire. Bianca was giving off heel vibes. Rhea, of course, had not cut a promo, but she had an interview backstage, and she had pretty much said what Roman is saying, which I think is going to be the theme for the baby faces this year, which is don't trust anybody. So it was a good match. Of course, Io retained, and I'm very proud of her. It's the right decision. It's the right call. Next slide. Bored at Work, LOL, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Drew, the man that you are, this was it's what you expect from a Sin City street fight, from a street fight match, from a type of hardcore match like this. You expect there to be chaos and shenanigans. I'm just so happy there were no thumbtacks involved. But all in all, this was good. This is good. And of course, the right person won. Congrats to Drew McIntyre. This is good. Let's keep it going. Next slide. The men's Intercontinental title match was next, and I just want to say this right now. Braun Breaker to the front of the line, please. You know, when I saw you in NXT, I knew you were the future, but after tonight, they need to give you all the titles and all the gold. You were the MVP in this match in its entirety. It was just so good, especially when you did that suplex of Finn and Penta. Oh my gosh. I loved it. But of course, with the Judgment Day being in this match, it did turn sour at the very end. Dominic Mysterio did turn on Finn a little bit, and he won. And of course, he got a huge pop when he became the Intercontinental Champion. But in my honest opinion, I think that, Judgment Day might be turning on Dirty Dom and not on Finn. But that's just me. Next slide. That brings me to the Randy Orton match. As you guys know, Kevin Owens is out with the neck injury. Get well soon, KO. And he was without an opponent, of course, we were all speculating. I heard Rusev. I thought Aleister Black. I heard that the Solo was a good option. But Joe Hendry, that was a huge pop from everybody that night. To see everybody waving their hands from side to side, it was great. Of course, the RKO out of nowhere to Joe Hendry from Randy. Oh my gosh. And then Randy ended it by doing the Joe Hendry turn. This was a great, great, great match. And it was a good feel-good moment. But, welcome to WrestleMania, Joe Hendry. Next slide. Stone Cold Steve Austin got on an ATV and ran the ATV a little too hard into the barricade. And he knocked a fan over. I hope that fan is fully compensated. And, they get WrestleMania tickets to 42 next year, because that is some buffoonery and some clownery. And honestly, Steve, you were driving too fast. You were popping wheelies on that damn thing. Well, you weren't popping wheelies, but you were speeding in that damn thing. It was no good. Of course, Nick Khan did come over and check up on the fan to see if they were okay and to see if they needed anything. But that fan was hot and heated. Honestly, it was bad. But, Stone Cold Steve Austin was here. Next slide. I'm not going to talk about the Logan Paul match. I'm going to talk about why we all are here today. John Cena came to the ring, of course, and it was just his name and black, and he was just not happy to be there. I mean, he was gonna come and just take the title and go home, and I was over here going, you know what? I don't like either one of y'all, but if John wins, hell yeah. If Cody wins and he turns heel, even better. But all in all, John Cena came out in all black, and of course, potential presidential candidate Cody Rhodes had to, come out with dirt bikes and everything, and with the, an animatron mask of his. I mean, it just looks ridiculous. But he came out to the ring, and of course, we had a little bit of a match. John, of course, was being John. And as you would expect in any type of match with chicanery and tomfoolery and shenanigans and haberdashery and hemoglobin, next slide, there was a ref bump, and then, of course, Travis Scott's music hit came out. Well, Travis Scott, Fiend, came out, and, he and Cody were talking shit and everything. It was a whole bunch of chaos. There was another ref bump. Now, John went to go pick up the undisputed WWE Championship to hit Cody. Cody and John wrestled with the title. Next, Cody looked like he was going to hit John with the title. Like, he was going to hit him with the title. Like, hey, I'm going to do it. You make me so mad. And then, of course, what happened next? He got kicked in the nuts. He said, no, I'm not going to do it. It's not me. And he got kicked in the balls. Got kicked in the family jewels and everything. I mean, it was deserved, to be honest with you. He told you he didn't have to. You sat there and you did everything this man said that you would do. You came out and you bragged about who you were and about all of this stuff and about, whoever works in costuming that, did all of this shit. And, the timekeeper who did all of this, and you displayed all the titles, and you said, I'm the captain now, and I'm QB1, Cody Rhodes. Boy, the lesson that you needed to learn was humility, and to humble yourself, and to not be bigger than what you are. You said that you were going to be a defending champion, and you were going to do all of these things. You had 9 title defenses. But also, I do just want to tell you this. Your title run was a humiliation ritual. If I've ever seen it. It was a humiliation ritual. And you kind of deserved that. Congrats to John Cena. 17. Nobody can take that from him. This was good. He surpassed Ric Flair's legacy. He has cemented his flag before he leaves and retires. But, John, I got to give my hats off to you. You did good. And with that being said, that was WrestleMania Night 2. My opinion, Night 2 was a little bit better than Night 1. Although I have to say, Night 1's triple threat, I was here for the mess. I wasn't here for the wrestling. I was here for the mess. I knew it was going to be drama. I knew it was going to be messy, and I got it. Night 2's main event, again, I had no dog in the fight. I was hoping that John would take the title off of Cody, but I was also hoping that maybe Cody would just do what they've been telling him to do, which is stop caring about what people think and turn heel. And then, of course, he didn't. And so now, tail between his legs, he went home. But all in all, that being said, please be sure to drink your water. For the love of God, watch your back for chair shots. Acknowledge your tribal chief and acknowledge dynasty. And again, this is not a rock-tocracy. It is a rock-tatorship. Good night, everybody.